possibly seniors involved, and maybe that's the reason. I don't know, but that's the line they're going to start. And we're underway. Off the face-off, Solvay gets a piece of it, dumps it to the Berg blue line right back in the Messina zone. Albertine feeding it over to DeRushy. DeRushy in behind the net, back to Albertine. Albertine, headman pass, meant for Craner, intercepted. And offsides will be called on OFA, is bringing it right back in. Bill Tolman, who's out there with Ed Alberto on the blue line core for Ogdensburg. So we're underway here. Messina OFA, the A Division semifinals. Northern Athletic Conference High School Hockey. Off the face-off. The puck comes to DeRushy just inside his own blue line. He feeds it to Solvay. Solvay's headman pass intercepted. Back the other way comes Tolman. Tolman has it poked away. It's followed up, and it goes deep into Messina territory. Back in the corner, it's Solvay trying to move it up to the blue line. Alberto keeps it in and shoots one way wide. Puck over to Tolman on the other side. He dumps it in behind the net. They jam for it there. It comes to Solvay, has it poked away. Back to DeRushy. DeRushy kind of overskated. Puck comes to the back of the net. They jam for it. Finally, DeRushy comes up with it and slides it over into the corner. Picked up by Albertine. Messina trying to break it out of there. It goes to Edwards, but not out. Kept in by Ahrens. He lost one high over the net. DeRushy on the other side as OFA is going to make a change. Here's DeRushy, has it poked away. The puck in the side of the net. They jam for it, and it goes back to the blue line. Tolman back there takes a whack at it. Knocked down in the corner by Albertine. Albertine gets it out to center ice. Racing for it is Craner. Craner breaking in, and Alberto gets a quick shot off. Alberto blocks it, goes up into the ceiling, and we'll have a face-off. Messina, a little problem clearing their zone that first little flourish.
Well, they had problem in the other game coming out of their own end, and the first part of the period, the same thing. The puck in the Messina zone, and Messina just having problems coming out of their own end. Right now, however, the puck face-off in the OFA end, no score.
McDonald's line out against the Jeff Johnson line. Johnson, Parker, and Tayo. Face-off right side. Goes to the top of the circle. Johnson feeding it back to the point. Here's Sitton sliding one. It goes high in the air off a stick. Bounces back to Paquin. He takes a whack at it. Picked up there by Frederick. Backhanded into the Messina zone. It goes all the way down the ice, and icing will be called against OFA, and that'll move the face-off back to the other end. I'm surprised, kind of surprised they called that. Because Sitton kind of just let her go there.
I think if, Messina defense would want to just hustle a little bit, they might have had it. But then he sort of let it go, and the referee had his hand up. It moved the icing. Face off again, back in the OFA zone.
McDonald against Johnson. Off the face-off. The puck bounces in the corner. Was that Hansen taking the face-off for some reason? Puck back to the point. Sitton, and I guess offsides will be the call. So offsides the call. That'll move the face-off outside OFA territory. Now McDonald will take the face-off against Johnson. Off the draw. Puck bouncing around. Parker gets a piece of it, feeds it in the zone. Hansen back out center ice. It's Sitton with it. Sitton drops it over to Paquin. Paquin headman at Tayo. Tayo backhand into the zone it goes. In behind the net. After it there is Hansen feeding it around the board. Sitton keeping it in. Gets a shot. Knocked down by Hansen. Puck comes free to Tayo. Tayo kind of overskated. Feeds it into the corner. Jeff Johnson racing for it. Looking, circles. Here's Johnson. Back to the point, and it's poke checked away. Now Parker after it into the corner. Feeds it in behind the net. Racing for it is Frederick. Frederick moves it ahead. It's not quite out. Paquin steps in front. Here's Paquin sliding it through, taken away from him by Frederick. And the puck along the boards right in front of the bench. It's controlled by who? It's still in front of the bench. Now it's dumped back in the OFA zone. Back to pick it up is Mike LaRose. LaRose, long headman pass to center ice. DeRushy picks it up at his own blue line from Messina. Over to Albertine. Albertine's headman pass on Convertini's stick, but a little bit too far. Now it's back into the Messina zone. Into the corner it goes. Sean Campbell after it. He's taken out of the play, trying to catch up with it. Goes back to the point. Here's a shot from the point. Goes wide off a leg. Now Marty Medina after it in the corner. Feeds it around behind the net. And he gets railed again. And the puck goes to DeRushy. Mike DeRushy with it. Looking. Ahead to Albertine. Albertine can't get it out of the zone. They jam for it. Shot right on. Larry makes the save. Leaves it for DeRushy. DeRushy whistles it again. Kept in. Here's another shot. Way wide. Back to the other point. LaRose with it. Gets a shot off. Wide. It comes to Medina. Medina now feeds it ahead for Burke. Burke out to center ice. Alberto is there. Feeding into the Messina zone. Delay offsides. But DeRushy picks it up and dumps it. Deep in OFA territory. Eddie Alberto after it as Messina gets that first line back out on the ice. Now Alberto dumps to an open wing. They jam for it. Paquin comes in, gets it to Craner. Craner's shot. And a big kick save made by Robbie Barr. And breaking out. Here comes Scott Montroy. Quick shot. Trickles just wide off goaltender Larry. Puck in behind the net. Ahrens picks it up. Then he loses it. Puck comes free. Montroy after it. Montroy centering right in front. They jam. Here's a shot. Knocked down in front. The rebound comes out. And it's back to the point. Here's another shot by LaRose, knocked down. Out to center ice. Here's Sauvé. Sauvé feeding it ahead for Craner. Poke checked away at the last minute. Edwards picks it up now. He dumps it in Ogdensburg zone, and Messina will make another line change as Alberto comes after it. Here's Alberto now breaking out on the right side. He's going to feed his wing, and they dump it to the Messina blue line. Sauvé is there, or I should say Sidden is there to feed it ahead, but it's right back in the zone by Frederick. He just got railed by Johnson, and Messina picks up the loose puck. Here's Sidden. Headman pass to Parker. Parker in the corner after it. Comes in behind the net, and Hansen takes it away. Hansen around the boards. Back to the blue line, but not out. Frederick picks it up. He has it. Stick handles it. Takes it out to center ice. Here comes Frederick across the blue line. Gets by one. His shot. Fired it wide. Puck around the boards. Parker just gets railed, and I think we're going to have a penalty right there on OFA.
There. OFA hit from behind. Rather obvious. It was right in front of Arnie O'Reilly, so OFA... Let's see, number 9, Frederick going off. Messina will go on a power play.
So the Raiders will have a power play opportunity as Frederick railed Chris Parker from behind. And let's see here. What are we going to see on the power play? We're going to see Craner out there with Johnson and Edwards. Edwards will be centering Craner and Johnson, DeRushy and Albertine. Another new power play combination here. And Edwards gets tossed, so Craner will step into the face-off circle. Off the drop, deep into Messina zone. Out there is Kevin McDonald trying to go after the puck. He and Garvey are out there. They lose it right in front. And the puck poke checked into the corner. McDonald after it, taken out of the play. Craner picks it up, feeds it into the corner. Edwards coming back for it. He's taken into the boards. And Craner, or DeRushy rather, steps in front, picks up the puck. Here's DeRushy now, breaking out of the zone. Trying to poke it ahead, slides it, and it's dumped right back in the Messina zone. Good forechecking by the Blue Devils so far. Johnson picking up the puck now, gets by a check. Here comes Johnson. Headman goes to Craner. Craner takes it in the zone on the right side, stops. Trying to go through to Edwards, instead goes to Albertine. Albertine to DeRushy, quick shot, knocked down. And the puck comes free, and where is it? Controlled by DeRushy. Here's DeRushy, feeding it to Johnson. Back behind to Edwards. Edwards around the boards. It's intercepted. Back to the blue line, but not out. Goes to Craner. Craner's drive goes wide. The bouncing puck in behind the net. Johnson trying to wrap around. They jam at it, and it's underneath Barr, the goaltender. And we'll have a face-off with 28 seconds left in the power play. 9:20 in the period. No score.
Well, once Messina got out of their own end on that power play, not too bad. They had a little trouble getting out of their own end of the power play. Stan Barr sends his second power play unit out there with the face-off in OFA zone. 28 seconds left in the penalty to OFA's Frederick.
Burke, Convertini, and Medina out there. Sidden and Paquin. Face-off. I think Hansen's going to take it. Face-off in the OFA zone. A little bit of movement on the face-off. Now they toss the two centermen out. And the puck comes free. Back to the blue line, and it's out to center ice. Sidden couldn't keep it in. Sidden drops it over to Paquin. Paquin headman to Medina. Marty Medina now feeding it along the boards. It goes off an OFA player. Hansen picks it up, dumps it back in the Messina zone. Only about 10 seconds left in the power play. Paquin with it, taken out of the play, but Medina comes up, picks up the loose puck, and starts back again. Medina skates by a check. Here comes Medina across the blue line, offsides. I think Burke was ahead of the play.
Yep. Burke trying to get ahead as Medina went right down the middle, but Burke on the right-hand side tried to get over a little bit too anxious there, and offside whistled.
Face-off just outside. OFA blue line. McDonald out there now, along with, let's see here, who's the other forward? I think that's Garvey. So as soon as Frederick gets out, they'll have their regular contingent off the face-off. The puck right on. And Barr makes the save, a weak shot. Picking it up is Mike LaRose. LaRose being forechecked by Parker. Puck comes back to Sidden at the point. Shovels it in the corner. McDonald after it there. He leaves it. And John Frederick, who's back on the ice, moves it to the blue line. Paquin can't keep it in. Here comes OFA. 2-on-1. Frederick shot. Fired it wide. Puck around the boards. Here's another shot. Score! Brian Hansen
Brian Hansen scores for OFA. That puck was just inside the post, Jerry. Not much that Matt Lurie could do on that. He might have been partially screened on that. OFA goes ahead 1-0.
I don't think that he even saw that puck. The puck was headed out of the zone, and Hansen came cruising in on the left side, got a quick slap shot off, and it beat Matt Leary to the stick side high, just inside the post. And OFA goes up on a score of 1-0. And Hansen will get the goal probably from Frederick or McDonald. We'll wait and see on the official. So McDonald and Frederick. Off the face-off, puck goes back in the Messina zone. Back after it is DeRushy. DeRushy in behind his own net, starts out. Has it poked away. And it comes over to Albertine. He slides it ahead, but not out of there. Now the puck in the corner. And we have a whistle. What do we have? Puck tied up, I guess. Or an injured player down on the ice.
Well, you know, that whole play started off when the Messina defense, little indecision over there on the inside the OFA blue line. He didn't step in to keep it in. Pretty soon it was a 2-on-1 situation. They came down, shot the puck. The puck went wide. However, it came back to Hansen on the left side. He let another one go, and this time Larry was, I think, partially screened, and in fact, it was just inside the post, Jerry. Might even nick the post. So OFA goes ahead by a score of 1-0. That goal coming off the stick of Hansen. Assist going to 23 McDonald and to number 9, Frederick.
Crainer's line back out from Messina against the Aaron's line. Crainer with Edwards and Seth Sauve. First game back for Sauve. Off the face-off, puck bounced out center ice by Edwards, racing for it, and is picked up in the zone by Glenn McCaffrey. Loses to Edwards in the corner. They jam for it, and it bounces back out to center ice to the Messina blue line. Sidden loses it, and the puck comes right in on Larry, and he gets a whack at it, and into the corner. Paquin ahead to Edwards. Edwards to Crainer, and Crainer skates it out of the zone. Crainer now along the boards has it intercepted. Alberto back to the Messina blue line. Paquin is there. Ahead to Sauve. Sauve just directs it, but it's intercepted by Alberto. Back to the Messina blue line. It's Sidden. Sidden ahead to Sauve. Sauve in on the off wing. Dumps it in the corner. Goes in behind the net. After it there is Bill Tolman. Tolman and Crainer jam for it. Puck along the boards. Racing for it is Pat Wade. He controls it into the Messina zone. Here's an opportunity for the Blue Devils right in front. They shot. They score again. Sean Campbell. And OFA goes up 2-0.
Well, that time, again, they went down the left side. This time they beat the Messina defenseman on the left side, went in and scored again on the stick side of Matt Larry. OFA's gone ahead by a score of 2-0. Two big goals for OFA early here in the first period.
Sean Campbell will get the goal from Pat Wade, and I don't know if there'll be any other assists on it. But OFA here, a couple of early goals, and Campbell getting the goal. Tolman also picked up an assist on that goal. Okay, and it's going to be an icing call on OFA right off the face-off as they immediately dumped in the Messina zone. So now the puck comes all the way back to the other end. Messina in the hole early here, down 2-0. Off the face-off, puck sitting in a circle. Convertini, quick short side shot, and the save made by Rob Barr. Chest high the shot, sharp angle. Didn't really have much to shoot at, but he did get a shot on. I guess that's better than nothing. Face it off again. Off the draw. Puck bouncing around, controlled by the Devils out to center ice. They bounce it to Messina zone. DeRushy after it. Here's DeRushy. Feeding it over on the other side. The puck comes to Darren King. King gets it. By a check. Starts out. Here's King sliding it to Burke. Burke bangs it off the boards. Has to come back for it. Went into some players. Here's Burke now circling. And the puck to the Messina blue line. DeRushy. DeRushy's headman intercepted. And that's Pat Wade after it in the corner. But DeRushy comes up with it as OFA will make a line change. Here's DeRushy. Headman not out of there. Fredericks keeps it in. Centers it. But it's knocked down by DeRushy, and he breaks back the other way. Here's DeRushy, overskates it. Puck to the OFA blue line. Controlled right there by the Devils. They move it back to Messina territory. The shot high over the net. Now Frederick after it. Frederick in the corner. He and Sidden both go into the boards. McDonald comes in to help out. Frederick picks it up. Goes into the corner. Sidden and McDonald. Now McDonald picks up the puck. He's got a loose puck. Trying to wrap around. And a save. The puck comes free. Big save by Larry. He just barely got back in front of it. And the puck goes off the ice.
We got a penalty coming up. I don't know if Messina, I'm not sure OFA. Little mix-up. Convertini for Messina, Garvey for OFA, and I'm not sure who's going to go off, Gary.
It looks like Convertini's going.
Convertini.
Yeah.
Garvey was in front of the net. He was tied up by Convertini, so it looks like Tony Convertini going off. First penalty for Messina. First power play for OFA.
Messina down 2-0. They got to really bear down here and kill this one off. Out there to try to do just that. Mickey Edwards and Jeff Johnson. Also out there, Sidden and Paquin. And we've got Garvey centering McDonald and Frederick on the power play. Hansen and Alberto are playing the points. And Garvey gets dumped out of the circle. Now McDonald takes the face-off. Johnson gets a loose puck and dumps it down the ice. Back there is Hansen to try to pick it up. Hansen now stops behind his own net. He starts out right side. Headman pass. Out to center ice. Picked up by Frederick. Sliding into the Messina zone. Sidden's there. In behind the net. Here's Sidden. Bounces off the boards for Edwards. Edwards tries to feed it ahead. Back to the blue line, but not out. McDonald. Over to Hansen. Edwards gets a piece of it. They jam for it. And we're going to have a controlling with a hand or a hand pass. That'll move the faceoff outside the zone. 1:03 left in the OFA power play. 2-0. The Berg leads here. We're in the first period. 5:36 left in period one. The other game tonight in NAC hockey featuring Potsdam and Canton at the Sandstoner Arena. That started at 6:30 as well. Garvey will face off against Johnson, I think. Apparently there's a hole in the ice or something.
I was wondering what the hole-up was. A little bit of a hole in the ice right in front of the Messina bench. Referee's trying to patch it, which gives Messina penalty-killing four-man team a little rest here. We got Edwards and Johnson up front.
Garvey will take the face-off. Garvey, McDonald, and Frederick. That's their big line. Just mixed up a little bit for the power play. Off the face-off, the puck comes to Hansen, who has the first OFA goal. Feeds the Messina zone. Sidden is there to bounce it down the ice. And in fact, Robbie Barr has to play it, and he leaves it for Alberto. 50 seconds left in the power play. Alberto ahead to Hansen. Hansen trying to move it down the ice. McDonald dumps it in, intercepted by Sidden again, and he feeds it to the OFA blue line. Alberto back to center ice, kept in by, no, not kept in by Edwards. Offside's the call on Messina. But Messina just trying to eat up some time here.
That's all I think Mickey Edwards is trying to do that time. I think he knew he was offside, but he had to make that play. And as it turned out, Messina wanted to change lines anyway. Burke and Medina going out there up front. Albertine and Drushy back on the blue line.
OFA now makes a change as well as the Aarons line comes out. Aarons, McCaffrey, and Montroy off the face-off. Puck to the Messina blue line. Back there is DeRushy. Looking, finds the hole and dumps it down the ice again. In behind the net, Robbie Barr stops it for Alberto with about 25 seconds left in the power play. Alberto now headman to Aarons. Aarons trying to move it down the ice to the Messina blue line. He dumps it, goes in the corner. After it, there's Montroy. Montroy picking it up. Montroy feeds it around the boards. It's going to go back to the point for Alberto. Alberto stops, trying to move it across, intercepted, and Burke dumps it down the ice. Alberto kind of just misplayed it, and he lost the puck to Burke. We're down to 4 seconds left in the power play advantage. Back to the blue line, out to center ice it comes, into the Messina zone. Bounce back, but not out. Kept in by, let's see here, Alberto. Alberto in the corner, centering pass intercepted, and Medina comes back. Feeding for Burke. Burke just takes a whack at it, goes to the OFA bench, and it's picked up there by Tallman. Good job by the Messina penalty killers, breaking that one up. Now back the other way. Here comes Aarons, and offsides will be called as he did get a shot off. With 4:11 left to play first period, the scoreboard reached 2-0 for OFA.
It was a good kill for Messina on that power play. OFA didn't get organized at all. Good killing on the power play, especially up front for Messina.
2-0 the score, 4:11 left to play. First period, Ogdensburg on top. We've got the Craner line back out there. And we've got the McDonald line. First time these two have gone head-to-head. Off the face-off. The puck bounces. Frederick takes it across the blue line. Tries to make a move. Puck stolen away. It's out to center ice. Pass meant for Craner. LaRose gets to it first. Feeds it ahead. Now the puck between the blue lines. Craner gets a whack at it into the zone. LaRose dumps to an open wing. Sauvé after it. Dumps it in behind the net. LaRose after it there. Trying to move it out. Gets by one. Here comes LaRose. Long headman pass. And down the ice they go into the Messina zone. Garvey in behind the net. Tries to wrap it around again. The rebound goes wide and into the corner. They jam at it. Back to the point. Here's Hansen. His shot through traffic. Knocked down by a leg. Goes into the corner. McDonald after it there. Jams for it. Edwards comes in to help out. Steals. Headman goes to Craner. Craner going down 1-on-3. Kevin Craner with a puck now. Bangs it into the corner. He's going to chase it down himself. Here's Craner trying to go back to the point. But Frederick's going to intercept, break back the other way as Messina makes a line change. Tile gets a piece of it. McDonald, or Frederick rather, follows up, tries to dump it in the corner. Sidden takes it away and starts back down the ice. And we're going to have a penalty on OFA, and they're going to touch the puck right now. And I think McDonald's going to get a call for holding. Or no, I should say Frederick for holding. That's his second penalty of the game. As Sidden trying to break out of the zone, Frederick had him from behind and held on. So Messina will go on the power play here. A golden opportunity to get back in this game.
I'll say, Messina needs, Messina has not had a good scoring chance in the first period, Jerry.
Not at all. Not a single one. Now's the time to do it on the power play. 3:03 left in the first period, trailing 2-0. They need a goal here. Okay, Edwards will center Johnson and Craner, Aubertine and DeRushy. Out to take the face-off, Sean Campbell. Off the draw, the puck comes to DeRushy. DeRushy bounces it over to Aubertine. Aubertine to an open wing, Craner. Craner dumps it in the corner. Back forth there is Tolman. Tolman for Ogdensburg, moves it, dumps it. Down the ice it goes. Let's see here, Campbell and Wade are the two forecheckers. Now the puck comes to Aubertine. Aubertine starts out, feeds it ahead for Craner. Craner has it taken away by Campbell. Campbell loses to Craner. Craner breaks into the corner, trying to feed it to Edwards. Edwards loses the puck, and it's dumped down the ice by Ogdensburg again. 50 seconds left in the power play. DeRushy feeds it around on the other side for Aubertine. Aubertine moving it to Craner. Craner ahead to Edwards. Edwards into the zone. Mickey with a puck now in the corner. Takes it in behind the net. Mickey Edwards with it. Stops. Feeds it over to Johnson. Johnson back to Aubertine at the point. Aubertine to Craner. Craner slide shot right on, the save made by Barr.
Finally moved the puck around really well that time. Got it over to Craner, who was playing the right point. Got the shot off. I think he wanted a little bit more wood than he got. But at least got a shot on net. They moved the puck well.
So now Messina will make a change as Burke comes out there with Tayo and Medina. Still 2-0 for Ogdensburg. 2:02 left in the first period. Hansen will take the face-off. He's a defenseman, but he usually faces off in his own end. Now I take that back. They're going to have Van House take the face-off, or did Hansen? Yeah.
I think Hansen took it.
Okay, here's Paquin's shot. Knocked down in front. They jam for it. Puck goes wide in behind. Medina after it. He's lost his stick, and Tile picks up the puck in the corner. Back to Sidden at the point. Sidden fakes the shot. We have a whistle. What do we got?
I think we got matching minors.
Yep.
Looks like Burke
and LaRose.
And LaRose going off.
So matching minors the call. 15 seconds left in the first penalty to OFA. So Messina will have a 4-on-3 advantage here for 15 seconds. Then we'll be back to even 4-on-4. See here, coming out will be McCaffrey for OFA. And let's see. Hansen and Alberto. For Messina, the Craner contingent coming back out. Craner and Edwards. And we need a couple of defensemen, DeRushy and Aubertine. So Stan Moore going to try to take advantage of 15 seconds of 4-on-3 advantage and see if the Raiders can pop in a goal here. Face-off left side. OFA zone. 2-0. The Berg leads it here. Early goals in the first period. Off the face-off. The puck comes back to Aubertine. He lugs it into the corner. Has it taken away by Hansen. Puck around the boards. Back to Craner. by way of Edwards. Here's Craner. Craner's drive. Nice save. The rebound just beside the net. And getting on top of it, Rob Barr.
Okay, good shot again from the right point. They got to get that puck back to Craner. Craner going to rifle a puck. I think he got a little bit higher than he wanted to that time, but she was on net. Barr made a good save.
Face off again. Just 2 seconds left in the Messina advantage. That penalty to Frederick will elapse. So Messina's going to have to get a quick shot off here. Edwards will draw against Hansen. Off the face-off, the puck controlled by the Berg, and Frederick's back. We're back to even strength. And the puck slides into the Messina zone. DeRushy after it. In behind the net, he overskated, gets it back again. Here's DeRushy trying to slide it. Now picking it up is Edwards. Edwards and Aubertine. Aubertine around the boards for Craner. Craner circles, gets by a check, and he's hooked from behind. And Hansen's going to pick up a penalty. Hooking the call on Hansen. Or is that Hansen?
I think it's McCaffrey.
Oh, it's McCaffrey. Okay.
Okay, McCaffrey going off. No doubt about that. Is I tell you, a good little twirl there by Craner, and McCaffrey pulled him down. So OFA now will be a man short.
So Messina again with 4-on-3 power play for 50 seconds, then a 5-on-4 power play. Tell you what, Messina's had plenty of power play opportunities here in the first period. And we're down to 1:08 in the period. 2-0, the Berg leads. Off the faceoff, puck control. DeRushy feeds to Johnson. Johnson, the big drive, glove. I think it was off net, but Barr holds on.
A little bit off net, but Barr just grabbed it with his left glove, forcing the faceoff. Good drive by Johnson, just a little bit wide. Messina power play. It's a 4-on-3 situation. Faceoff will be in the OFA zone. We got 1:01 to go. First period, Messina is behind by a score of 2-0.
Okay, let's see here. Alberto is out there, along with Tolman and Garvey. Randy Garvey coming out. Alberto will take the face-off against Craner. Off the draw. Craner trying to come up with it. Pokes it into the corner. Garvey is there. Garvey steps by Craner, starts it, and dumps it. Down the ice it goes. We're going to have a control with a high stick against Messina, as I don't know why they bother trying that, because it never works.
It never works. Albertine, I think that time, had a stick in the air, touched the puck. So controlling with a high stick, face off back into Messina end. When you're on the power play, you don't want that kind of a call.
Especially late in the period. Yep. 50 seconds left in the period. 32 seconds in the matching minors, 1:12 in the other OFA penalty. Frederick coming out. He'll be out there along with Garvey. I was going to say, no, it can't be that way. Frederick comes out to replace Garvey. Tolman and Hansen back to the point. Here's Hansen's shot. Oh, boy, that was just wide, as Larry got a glove on it. And DeRushy loses the puck right in front, and it's poked back to the point. Here's Hansen again, gets a shot on the save made. Now DeRushy comes up with it, takes a whack at it. In behind the net it goes again. Now DeRushy feeds it to Aubertine with 30 seconds left in the period. Aubertine has it poked away. Good forechecking there by OFA. Now the puck comes to DeRushy. DeRushy across the blue line. Skates it in, trying to dump it through to Craner. Kevin Craner with it. Craner back to the point, over to Aubertine. Aubertine fakes the shot, waits, gets a quick wrist shot off, knocked down in front. They jam shots, go! No! Wide of the net, hit the post, and Barr's on top of it.
Oh, big chance to Messina that time, but the goaltender's best friend, the post. He hit the post. He come back and hit the back end of Barr. He pounced on a puck. Great chance for Messina. It just wouldn't go, Jerry. I thought it was in.
So did I. Didn't see any red light, and I said, uh-oh.
Yeah, off the post.
So big chance for Messina, goes for naught, and we're down to 7 seconds left in the first period. Still 2-0 OFA. Faceoff will come to the right side in the Ogdensburg zone. Of course, there have been some close ones at the other end, too.
Well, I think that one of Larry, I think they hit the top crossbar. I think it hit his glove, crossbar, and then went in behind the net. Right, over the net.
Okay. Face-off in the OFA zone, off the draw. Puck dump into the OFA penalty box. So they'll face it off again right from where they started, with 5 seconds left in the period. They'll face it off again. OFA territory to the right. Now they're going to move it to the top of the circle. Off the face-off, Tayo can't get the shot off, goes in behind the net with 2 seconds. That'll take care of the period right there. And the Blue Devils go into the intermission with a 2-0 lead after a good first period. And Messina's got to try to regroup and get back into this hockey game. Again, our score after a period, OFA leading Messina on a score of 2-0. Our broadcast this evening being brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken at 232 Main Street, Messina. Remember, they do by Brainerd's Trading Post, Local Union, North Country Savings Bank, the Jefferson National Bank, Reynolds Metals, St. Lawrence Reduction Plant, and Bogosian Carpet of Messina. Edwards will be out there to center. Johnson and Craner off the faceoff. Puck to the Messina blue line, poked away. Here comes the shot right on. The save made, the rebound. Underneath Larry, poked in the net. No goal.
No goal. Waved off. The referee had blown the whistle. I'll tell you, there's a break for Messina. Messina on the power play, but OFA came in. Matt Larry made 2 saves, and actually the puck was sort of lying there. I think the referee lost sight of the puck, and that's what he's supposed to do when you lose sight of the puck. Blow the whistle. However, the puck was just laying there, and Larry did not cover it. In fact, Larry, I don't think, knew where the puck was.
No, it was behind him.
Right. Larry picked up 2 saves on that.
But trickled off his back. And I'll tell you what, that Frederick again doing forechecking and good opportunity, although it was Garvey that finally poked it in. And now Messina tries to clear the zone. Here comes Craner. Craner's got Johnson with him. Craner takes it in the corner, in behind the net, slides it over on the other side. Frederick steals it away. And it's out to center ice. Here comes Garvey. He's got Frederick, and the puck dumped in the Messina zone. In the corner, Frederick goes down. Johnson comes in to help out. Frederick back up again. Here's a shot taken by Garvey. Goes all the way back to Alberto. Alberto's shot deflected down in front. Albertine picks up the loose puck. Headman to Edwards. Edwards trying to dump it. Garvey jumps in front of it. Puck along the boards. It's dumped right on Barr, and he has to make the save on a bouncing puck. And what do we have? The whistle blows in front of the net. I think we got a penalty.
Yeah, referee Dobbins calls a penalty. I'm not sure.
On OFA, apparently.
Looks like McCaffrey of OFA going off for a penalty.
That happened right in front of the players' bench on the ice, so I have no idea what it was. But I think it was a roughing or a holding call. And Messina back on the power play again. So Messina's had their chances on the power play, but so far, except for that one chance when they hit the post, they have not really put much pressure on.
Yep, I think it's a roughing call for McCaffrey. Messina's on the power play.
Okay, we're going to have Mickey Edwards, Kevin Craner, and Jeff Johnson out there to Rushy and Albertine. Off the faceoff, puck to Johnson. In the slot, quick shot, and the save made by Barr.
That shot a little bit high, though. Johnson took that wrist shot. It was up on the chest high on Barr. He had no trouble making that save. You want those shots to be low so you can pick up the rebound.
Face-off again in the OFA zone to the right of goaltender Rob Barr. Off the draw, it comes to Johnson again. This time in right in front. Gets a shot. Score!
Nice move by Johnson that time. I'll tell you, he must have heard me because that time he kept it low. He made a nice move. I'll tell you, nobody picked up Johnson. That time the puck, the face-off was the Craner. Went over on the left-hand side. Johnson skated around the circle. Nobody picked him up. He was going to go to the short side. He finally went to the far side, shoved it through the legs of Rob Barr. Messina finally scores. Power play. It'll be Johnson from Craner.
So Jeff Johnson won on the goalie that time as nobody picked him up right off the faceoff. He came in to the goalie's right and came right in front of the net, and he was there by himself. It was like a breakaway, really. So it's 2-1 now in favor of OFA. Off the faceoff, puck back in the Messina zone. Let's see if that goal will light the Messina fires a little bit here. Around the boards, Paquin with it. Dumps it back to Sidden on the other side. Sidden moves it, being forechecked by McDonald. They tie it up there. Puck poked free. Garvey trying to center, goes all the way back to the point out to center ice. LaRose dumps it back in. We got a delay off sides. And OFA still in the zone. And the puck controlled by Sidden. Finally, he gets it out. I don't know why they didn't blow that off sides. And the puck comes down, back out again, back into the Messina zone. Right on Larry, so the icing waved off. Sidden with it. Or I should say Paquin with it. Paquin's headman to Burke. Burke gets it out to center ice, but it's picked up by Frederick. Frederick loses. Here comes Burke across the blue line, poked away from him. And it's McDonald after it. He can't come up with it. Hansen loses it. Finally, LaRose takes it to center ice, but it's poke checked away by Convertini. LaRose throws a check. Convertini loses the puck. Hansen and he feeds it to an open wing. That's big John Frederick across the blue line, trying to get through the middle, and he's tied up by 3 Messina defenders, and the puck comes to Aubertine. Aubertine moving along the boards. Aubertine and Garvey jam. Aubertine moves it, but not out. Here's a shot. Kick save made, and the puck goes in the corner off Larry's pad. Dumped down the ice. That'll be an icing call on Messina.
Well, I think Messina tied up in their own end, wanted to get a line change. That time, Sidden just rifled the puck down to the far end, getting the icing, so Messina will send out a new line as the face-off is back in the Messina end. It is now OFA 2, Messina 1.
Now, Messina needed a goal early in the second period, and they did get it.
Yep, that goal only took 8 seconds on a power play, Jerry.
Mickey Hansen's line out there now. Kevin Craner will take the face-off against Hansen. Hansen out there with Campbell and Wade. Face-off right side, Messina zone. Off the draw, puck sits in the circle. They jam for it, and it's Campbell back to the point. Here's a shot knocked down by Aubertine. That shot coming from Bill Tolman. Aubertine over to DeRushy. DeRushy goes back to Aubertine. Messina starts out. There's Aubertine trying to get it ahead to Edwards. Intercepted. Back in the corner, Aubertine. Messina still having trouble, and the puck knocked down in front by Craner, and Craner starts out. Here comes Craner. Ahead to Edwards across the blue line. Edwards in the corner, in behind the net. Takes it by a check. Edwards back to DeRushy. DeRushy bounces it back to Edwards. Poked away. Craner tried to pick it up, the bouncing puck, and it's back out to center ice. Here's Paquin with it. Paquin over to DeRushy. DeRushy moves it. Takes it across. Here's DeRushy in the zone. For Sobe's quick wrist shot. Ooh, glove save by Barr. As Sobe had looked like he had the corner picked out, and Barr holds on.
Yeah, a little bit high on that one. A good shot. Glove by Rob Barr, and he didn't make any mistake. He didn't give up the rebound that time, as DeRushy was right there waiting for the rebound. Face-off in the OFA zone. Messina's Johnson will take the face-off.
Johnson out there with Parker and Tayo. Off the face-off. Puck in the circle. Finally back to the blue line. They jam for it there. Messina trying to bottle him up. Parker gets a piece of it. The puck comes free, and finally it's picked up by Aarons out to center ice. Taken off the puck by Johnson. Johnson gets railed, and OFA dumps the puck in the zone. Big check by McCaffrey. Now it's Paquin in behind the net. He loses it. Puck right in the slot. Here's a quick shot. Where is it? Goes wide. I don't know if Larry got a piece of that or not. Now the puck in behind the net again. Montroy centers it, but it's Johnson. He loses it. Puck comes free. OFA doing a good forecheck. Now Aarons back to the point. Alberto, his shot knocked down. The puck bounces into the corner. After it there is Montroy, taken off the puck by Paquin. Tayo picks it up. He gets railed into the boards, and finally the whistle blows. And the faceoff will come in Messina territory. And again, OFA doing a good job forechecking.
I'll tell you, it looks like white shirts. Looks like they've got almost one too many men on the ice out there. They're just all over Messina. Messina again having all kind of problems coming out of their own end.
Okay, we got some personnel changes as the McDonald line comes out for OFA and the Burke line for Messina.
No, he's changing. Putting the Craner line back out there.
Okay. All right. So Aubertine and DeRushy have got to be the defensemen, I would imagine. Now we're still waiting. Somebody apparently is moving on the face-off or something. George Dobbins comes over to talk to DeRushy. DeRushy points to the circle and says, I'm outside it. Okay. Off the face-off. Puck on Frederick. Quick shot. Big save by Larry. Quick comes in behind the net. Barr stops it there. Leaves it for Tolman as Messina makes the change. Now the puck out to center ice. Aubertine bounces it ahead. Bangs it back into the zone. And Scott Farron back to pick it up for the Berg. Farron feeds it ahead for Frederick. Frederick moves it, but not out. Kept in. Burke, quick shot, glove save. And Burke didn't get good wood on it. Kind of a high shot.
He got it off quickly, though, and on that, it was sort of a snapshot. He got it off a little bit too high. However, Barr had to make the save, and he covers up. The face-off will be in the OFA end. That's where Messina wants it.
10-12 left to play second period. OFA leading it 2-1 here. And let's see here. Hansen's going to take the face-off. Burke's line stays out from Messina. Off the draw, puck sits in the circle. Convertini after it, taken away, and it's out to center ice. Comes to Sidden. Sidden, we have a whistle behind the play. Convertini picks up a penalty.
Going off, probably slashing. Ooh, misconduct, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think a misconduct.
Yeah.
The hands are on the hips. I believe it's just a misconduct.
That's what it is. So Messina will not be shorthanded. Oh, wait a minute. Did they give him a minor as well? Apparently.
The hands around the hip. I didn't see any other.
Okay, no, they took it off. They took it off.
Okay, I was wondering. I didn't see any other hand signals. 7.5 minutes. Okay. George Dobbins, referee, coming over to Stan Moore and said, you're not shorthanded, it's just a misconduct.
Are we missing a Messina man out there? I think we are. Okay, there we go. Peter Bentz will come out. Oh, wait a minute. They don't have to have anybody say it's just a misconduct.
You got to have somebody. You got to have somebody sitting in there is all.
I don't think so. I don't think Bentz has to serve because there's no minor involved.
There's no minor penalty. I was wondering why. Okay, there's no minor penalty, just the one man up for the misconduct.
Okay.
Everybody's confused.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Camartini's in there 7.5 minutes.
That's what it amounts to. And Messina sends the Jeff Johnson line out to face off against the Mickey Hansen line. Face off Messina zone, left side. Off the face-off, puck bounces in behind the net. Fake went after it. He loses it. Hansen picks it up. Looks to move it in front. Here's Hansen. Centering pass goes back to the point. Here's a shot. Bounces high in the air. Goes wide. That shot taken by Brian Hansen. Puck in the corner now. Hard check thrown. Bounces to Johnson, and he takes it out of the zone. Jeff Johnson with it. Johnson gets knocked down. The puck goes in the OFA zone. They dump it down the ice, and that'll be an icing call against the Blue Devils.
Okay, good break for Messina. OFA icing the puck. That'll bring the puck back into their own end. Messina's down just now by the score of 2-1. I'll tell you, 2-1 looks a lot better than 2-0.
I guess so.
Oh, a lot better.
That's a big goal. Big goal for Johnson.
It was. They needed that power play goal. That gives them 1 for 4 in the power play.
Okay, Johnson's line stays out. Albertine and DeRushy come out to play the points. Hansen will take the faceoff again. Left side in the OFA zone. Off the draw, the bouncing puck. Johnson trying to slide it through the middle. They jam for it. Puck in the circle, finally picked up by Mickey Hansen, and he starts back into Messina territory. Hansen looking, trying to center it. Albertine takes him out of the play. The puck comes free, and Big DeRushy picks it up. Feeding to Tayo down the right side. Tayo feeds it into the corner. After it, Johnson. Johnson trying to get by a check. Tayo comes in to help out. Back to the point, Albertine. Albertine trying to feed it through, intercepted. And right back comes Sean Campbell. Campbell into the zone. Picked up there by Albertine. OFA makes a change. The Aaron's line coming out. Ahead it goes to Parker. Parker steps by a check now. Crosses the blue line. He gets hauled down. The puck comes free and is picked up there by Bill Tallman. Tallman feeding over to Alberto. Alberto's pass knocked down. Here's a shot right on. Weak shot, but a shot nonetheless, and the save made by Barr. Now the puck back to the blue line. Kept in by Edwards. Edwards, Johnson, quick shot, saved by Barr. Good chance for Messina. Edwards behind the net trying to center it. Gets up again, knocked down. The puck comes free. Siddon steps into it, bounces it to Edwards. Edwards now moving it. He gets tied up, and Alberto picks up the loose puck. Alberto behind his own net now. Bounces it. Puck controlled by OFA, Scott Montroy. Headmans, it goes into the Messina zone. They wave the icing off, and the puck comes free behind the net. Ahrens, he overskates. Picked up by Siddon. Siddon loses it. Montroy, centering pass goes right across the goal mouth. Here's a quick shot, gloved by Leary, and he holds on. That shot taken by Glenn McCaffrey. Not a good shot. It was off net, but Leary gloved it.
Leary gloved it. He wasn't going to take any chances. This time, gloving the puck, forcing the face-off in the Messina zone. A Burke line comes out there for Medina. That's with Fauché and with Medina.
8:09 left, second period, 2-1. Ogdensburg leading by a singleton. And it's going to be Aaron's line staying out for the Berg. Face off left side Messina zone. And again, trying to position him right off the draw. Puck bouncing in behind, right on Larry. It took a funny bounce, and Larry covered it up.
That time, Burke, actually, he got the face off, and he just threw it back between his legs, but as he did, he threw it right on the net. Easy save for Matt Larry, however.
Face off again, left side, off the draw. Puck goes to the side. Here's a quick shot in behind the net. Back to Alberto on the left point. He drives. Deflected just in front. They get a quick jam, and the puck goes wide. We got a penalty. It's going to go against Messina. And we're going to have a cross-check call against the Raiders' Mark Burke. Good chance for OFA right there. And with 7:54 left in the second period, OFA will go on the power play. They're leading 2-1. Okay, we've got McDonald out there with Garvey and Frederick. Hansen and Tolman at the points. We've got Edwards and Johnson coming out to try to kill it. Sidden out there as well as Paquin. Now Johnson will have to take the face-off as McDonald and Edwards get tossed. Garvey steps in to take the draw as well. Off the face-off, puck comes to Paquin in behind the net. Bangs it around the boards. Edwards racing for it. He and Frederick go together. Puck bounces free. Where is it? It's underneath, and we'll have another face-off as they tie it up in the corner right side.
Both Sidden and Mickey Edwards over there tying that puck up. So whistle blows, face-off again in the Messina zone. OFA on their second power play of the night.
Frederick again will face off against Edwards. Off the draw, puck in behind the net. Sidden racing for it. Picks it up, bounces it around the glass. Johnson takes a whack at it and dumps it down the ice. Johnson got that on the backhand. Hansen back to pick it up. About 1:05 left in the OFA power play. Hansen with it. Starts out now. Headman pass goes to Tolman. Tolman feeding ahead for Frederick. Frederick in the zone. Trying to get by Johnson. He does. Short side shot. Save made by Larry. Back to the point it goes. Hansen does a nice job to keep it in. Over to Tolman. His drive knocked down in front. Now picked up by Frederick behind the net. OFA buzzing around. Here's Frederick with it, controlling it. Back into the slot region. Centering pass. Shot. Score! Beautiful power play goal. McDonald will get the goal from Frederick. And OFA goes back up by 2, 3-1.
That time, Frederick just saw McDonald down right next to the circle. Threw it over to McDonald, and he hit it on the fly. Matt Larry not having much of any chance on that. OFA goes ahead, 3-1, a power play goal.
So we're right back where we started with Messina trailing 2 goals here. 3-1 the score for OFA with 7:01 left to go in the second period. McDonald getting the goal from Frederick. They gave Garvey an assist. I don't know where he came from. Of course, the hometown scorer often is very generous.
Right.
I didn't see Garvey touch that at all. Off the face-off, puck dumped in the Messina zone. Comes to Aubertine, trying to slide it ahead, knocked into the corner. And it's picked up there by McCaffrey. McCaffrey tries to center it. Craner intercepts. He loses it. The puck comes to McCaffrey. Now Aubertine in the corner, steps by a check. Feeding ahead for, well, no, he still got it. Aubertine now hits Craner. Craner across the blue line, drops for Johnson. Johnson takes a whack at it. Aubertine keeps it in somehow and backhands it into the corner. After it there is Brian Hansen. Around the boards it comes. Aubertine throws a check, but the puck comes out to center ice. Slides into the Messina zone. DeRushy whistles it around the boards for Sauve. Sauve leaves for Craner. Here comes Craner. Poke checked away. He loses at the blue line. Dumped right back in the Messina zone. And I think that'll be, no, they wave the icing off. And the puck comes free in behind the net. Hard check thrown there. After it is Tayo. Tayo, now Aubertine. Aubertine steps in front, bangs it back to the blue line, and out to center ice. Now the puck stolen by Johnson. He can't get by a check, though. And the puck comes to Hansen. Hansen loses to Tayo. Tayo poked away. DeRushy's there. His headman pass intercepted, and it's right back in the Messina zone. Puck in behind the net now. Racing for it is Sean Campbell. Around the boards it comes. DeRushy after it. Now Craner comes back to help out. Craner moves it along the boards out to center ice. Long headman pass intercepted by Alberto. He dumps it right back in the Messina zone. In behind the net it comes. DeRushy after it. He put it right in front of the net. But it's cleared into the corner. Sobey with it. Puck still free. DeRushy wants to tie up, and we'll have a face-off in the Messina zone. 3-1. OFA leading here with 5:17 left in period number 2.
And again, Messina in the last few minutes tied up in their own zone. OFA doing a real good job of forechecking and Messina, keeping Messina tied up in their own zone.
Face-off will come in the Messina zone. Off the draw, puck back to the point and out to center ice. Barron with it, intercepted Johnson momentarily, but it's back to the Messina blue line. Now Edwards kicks it ahead. the OFA blue line. Scott Farrand is there to move it along into the Messina zone. Now it's Sidden with it. Sidden, headman, ahead to Johnson. Johnson to Edwards. He pokes it into the corner. After it, there is Parker. Parker gets by a check, but Farrand picks up the loose puck. Feeds it around the boards. Comes to Paquin. Paquin knocks it into the slot, but his poke check back to the blue line. Out to center ice. And into the zone comes OFA. Trying to move it through. Shot goes wide. Now Johnson back for the loose puck. He starts out left side. Johnson loses it. Edwards follows up. Dumps it. Comes right in front of the OFA bench. They jam for it. Dump to the blue line. Now the puck in the zone. Farron goes back after it in his own end as Messina will make a line change. The Burke line coming out. Farron feeds the puck back to the blue line, but not out. Poked around. It's still in the zone. Now it comes to John Frederick. Frederick, cross ice pass to Farron. Farron moves it out to center ice. Right there is Paquin. Paquin dumping it back to center ice. Paquin to Medina. Medina trying to feed Burke, intercepted. Comes to Sidden. Sidden over to Paquin. Paquin breaking down. Here comes Paquin in the zone. We have a whistle. We have an offside.
Tough offside from Messina. Paquin had that puck all the way. You know, when you see a defenseman rushing like that, it's up to the forwards to hold their position on the blue line. Messina's forwards did not hold their position that time.
And so the faceoff moves back outside with 4 minutes even left to go in the second period. 3-1 the score. And Messina will make a line change here as the Craner line comes back out. Craner, Edwards, and Sove. McDonald line out there for OFA. Off the faceoff. Puck bouncing around. Comes in front of the bench again. Back to the Messina blue line. Albertine is there. He skates it out. Headman meant for Craner, intercepted. And it comes to Frederick, and he just dumps it deep in Messina territory. Garvey racing in for it. Garvey taken out of the play. Picked up by Edwards. Edwards moving it along the boards. Craner comes back for it. Here's Craner stepping by a check. We have a whistle.
We got a whistle. Let's see a little mix-up with the Russia of Messina and, let's see, OFA's Garvey, I believe. They'll probably both go.
Yeah. So DeRushy goes off. And is that it?
I don't know.
No.
No, I
there
think
goes Garvey.
Garvey's got to go, too. Yep.
So they both go off for a minute and a half. And the faceoff moves out near the blue line. Still in the Messina zone. 3-1, OFA leading. Okay, we've got McDonald out there and Frederick. Craner and Edwards. No, wait a minute. They're going to make a change here as McCaffrey and Campbell come out there. Okay. Off the faceoff. Puck goes back in the Messina zone. Paquin stops, starts out left side. Paquin's headman out to center ice. LaRose is there to intercept. Dump it back to the Messina blue line. Picked up by Paquin. Paquin looking. Trying to headman it. Goes across the blue line. Here's Edwards trying to feed. Craner goes in behind the net. Now Craner with it. Back to the point. Sidden. Sidden winds. His shot right on. The save made. And the rebound picked up by McCaffrey. McCaffrey headman. And it's dumped to the Messina zone. Off the body. Into the corner it goes. Sidden picks it up. Here's Sidden. Circling. Being forechecked. Drops it over to Paquin. Paquin lugs it out of the zone. Paquin's headman pass. Knocked down. And the puck comes free to Craner. In the zone. Edwards drive the shot. And it's wide. Puck goes in behind the net. Everybody kind of standing around there. I think they were waiting for an offsides. It never came. Now the puck back to the Messina blue line. Over to Sidden now from Paquin. Long headman pass. Goes to Parker. Goes a little bit by him. Comes right in on Barr. They jam for it there. It comes to, no, it's still Parker trying to tie it up. It gets free. Picked up there by Hansen. Hansen's headman knocked down. LaRose after it. He backhands it into the Messina zone. 10 seconds left in the matching minors. Now Paquin with it from Albertine. Paquin feeding it to Parker. Parker breaks down the ice, down the left wing side. Parker trying to feed Jeff Johnson too far. Intercepted by Alberto. Now Alberto poke checked away back into the zone of OFA. LaRose after it. Less than 2 minutes. to play in the second period. 3-1 for OFA. Now Tayo's quick shot goes wide. Puck around the corner. Frederick after it. Frederick dumps it down the ice, but it's going to go right on, so no icing. And Sidden picks the puck off the stick of Leary. Sidden feeding it ahead for Tayo. He has to come back for it. And Tayo steps out of the fray, controlling the puck. Headman of Medina. Medina across the blue line. Drop pass for Johnson. The drive just wide. Puck around the boards. And back down the other way. Here comes OFA into the zone. Here's a drive. I think Larry made the save. It may have been off net. And the puck around the corner. Shot goes in behind the net. We're down to 118. Still 3-1 OFA. Hard check thrown there. The puck bounces free. They jam for it. DeRushy after it. Finally, he comes up with it. Skates behind the net now. Here's DeRushy. Bouncing it along the boards. Kept in there. Now bounces out. DeRushy leading the attack. Steps by a check. Here comes DeRushy breaking in. DeRushy shot. Saved by Barr. The rebound comes to Fauché. Side of the net. Big chance for Messina right there.
Nice rush for DeRushy that time.
Now the puck circles. Messina trying to put on a little pressure here. Hard check thrown. Burke picks up the loose puck. Bounces it to Medina. Medina to Fauché right in front. And the goalie got a piece of it. Comes back to the point. Gloved by Barr.
Ooh, I tell you, good pressure by Messina here in the last, 45 seconds. Putting a lot of pressure on OFA. But Barr sort of equal to the task that time. Gloving that puck, forcing the face-off. We're down to 41 seconds in the second period. Messina's 1, OFA 3.
For some reason, Messina waits till the end of the period to really hustle.
They did that in the first period also, Terry.
Face-off will be OFA zone with 41 seconds left in the second period. Craner out there with Edwards and Sauvé. And it's going to be Hansen taking the face-off. They've got the Mark Aarons line off the face-off. Puck comes to Sauvé. Can't get the shot off. Back to the point, now to center ice. As Darren King failed to keep it in. King's pass ahead. Craner breaking in with 25 seconds. His drive wide. Puck whistles around the boards. King pinches in. Can't keep it in. Here comes OFA's McCaffrey. His shot. The save, the rebound. Johnson clears it into the corner. Now back to the point. It comes Craner. Craner after it. He's got it. Here comes Kevin Craner. He gets hauled down. No call on that. And the puck comes free with 8 seconds left. Back out to center ice. Aarons gets railed. And the puck comes to Sidden. Sidden, as the buzzer sounds, brings it in the OFA zone. And that'll take care of the second period, so we didn't gain any ground at all in that period. The scoreboard reads 3-1 for OFA, the Blue Devils, with a 2-goal lead. Our broadcast brought to you by Bogosian Carpet and Furniture of Messina. By Reynolds Metals to the Messina blue line. DeRushy feeding it over to Albertine. They get it out to Edwards, right back in again. And the puck dumped, hit the official. Albertine picks it up, lofts it out to center ice. Edwards trying to slide it. Aarons picks it up, feeds it into the maze of players. Finally, it comes to McCaffrey. He dumps it to Alberto at his own blue line. Alberto banging it ahead out to center ice. Mark Aarons with it, takes it by DeRushy. Here's Aarons, centering pass right in front, goes by everybody. And Mickey Edwards coming after it. He overskates. He was kind of tied up. And Albertine feeding to Edwards. Edwards dumps it, goes into the corner. After it there is Bill Tolman. Tolman feeding around the board. Sobey trying to step in front of it. Dumps it back to the other side again. Edwards after it. In behind the net. Edwards and Alberto jam. Edwards gets by the check. Centering pass right in front. Craner gets a whack at it. It went wide. Now the puck comes to Edwards again. Edwards, Sauvé. Sauvé jams for it. Edwards trying to poke it free. And finally it comes to Aarons. And he lugs it out to center ice. Aarons in on the off wing. Dumps it. I guess that was right on. The save made by Leary. Now Aarons with it, moving it back to the point. Here's a drive knocked down. It goes off Craner's leg, and he races for it, but it's going to go in on Barr, and he sticks it back to center ice. Tayo, stepping on the ice, picks it up, dumps it into OFA territory. In behind the net, it's Brian Hansen around the boards. Johnson steps in front, trying to get by a check. The puck comes free, picked up by Parker. Parker back to the point. Here's a shot by Sidden, goes off a leg into the corner. Parker again after it. He's tied up. The puck's sitting there. They jam for it. Comes free in the corner. McDonald after it. McDonald and Parker jam. Now Tayo picks it up. McDonald takes it away. Parker comes after it. Takes a whack at it. Puck along the boards. And finally it's out to center ice. Controlled by Messina. Sidden again. He dumps it. And it goes right on. Barr almost lost it. And he's going to cover up as he made to clear it. And it hit his stick and almost went in the net.
he nonchalantly sort of backhanded that. All of a sudden, they hit the backhand, and the stick was at such an angle, he deflected it toward his own net. He quickly pounced on the puck, forcing the face-off in the OFA zone. 3-1. OFA leads. Burkline out there for Messina.
Burke out there with Fauché and Medina. Hansen takes the face-off for OFA. Somebody moved. Rushy had the puck, and he had his stick cocked back.
He had it all teed up there, didn't he? Ready to tee off on that.
George Dobbins just no.
Oh, wait a minute here.
Stop. Hansen again will take the face-off. Frederick's line still out, or I should say McDonald's line still out there. Off the draw, Fauché takes it right in front. They jam at it. Medina fired it just wide. Puck in the corner now, back to the point. Albertine takes a whack at it, taken away. Here comes Frederick. We have a whistle. What do we have, an offside?
I think an offside.
Yeah. Frederick tripped over Albertine.
Albertine, good back checking by Fauché that time. I think he forced the offside. He pushed the OFA man over the blue line as his teammate had the puck. So the face-off just outside the Messina blue line.
Again, we'll repeat that score from Potsdam. Canton leading Potsdam after 2, 4-0. Although, I wouldn't count the Sandstoners out just yet, but hey. Craner will take the face-off against McDonald. Off the draw, back in the Messina zone to Rushy. Over to Albertine. Albertine Edwards, he just directs it deep in OFA territory. After it, Hansen. Around the boards, Garvey. Garvey takes a whack at it. Edwards steals it. Here's Edwards stepping by a check. His drive. Save made, I think. It might have been wide. And coming back for it is Kevin McDonald. McDonald knocked off the puck by Craner. Puck comes free. Solvay after it. He can't find it. Frederick comes back for it. Here's Frederick around the boards. Edwards steps in front, trying to dump it. Frederick takes it away and starts back down. There's John Frederick across the blue line. Garvey offside.
And again, OFA offside. I tell you, Messina right now is doing what OFA did for 2 periods. Messina doing a good forechecking on OFA in their own end. Now, OFA having a tough time to come out of their own end. Twice they come out of their own end. Twice they've been offside.
Faceoff will be just outside the Messina zone. Johnson's line out now against the Mickey Hansen line. Off the faceoff, Tayo into the zone. And it's brought back out. It would have been a hand pass, but Messina controls. Sidden takes a whack at it. It goes up into the Messina bench. And the faceoff will come just outside Messina territory. 12:02 left to play third period. OFA still up 3-1, but Messina showing a little bit of life here. Finally. Off the faceoff, the puck dumped to Messina zone. Back for it is Paquin. Paquin stops behind the net, now starts out right side. Feeds it ahead, center ice, Alberto there to intercept. Moving it back to the Messina blue line and in the zone. Now Paquin after it. Again, Paquin feeding around for Tayo. Tayo steps back into the corner, moving it around. Tayo trying to drop it off for Paquin. Paquin picks up the puck and starts out. Here's Paquin's headman pass for Parker. Did it go too far? No, he touched it, so icing waved off, goes in behind the net. Alberto dumps for an open wing, and back the other way comes Mickey Hansen. Hansen to the Messina blue line. Into the zone it comes. After it, there's Paquin. He tries to throw a check. The puck comes free, and Montroy picks it up. Centering pass comes right in front, but Sidden's there, and Sidden brings it out of the zone. Here comes Sidden, slides it in the middle. Alberto gets a piece of it. He picks it up again, circles in behind his own net. Here's Alberto, bouncing it around the boards, back to the blue line. Paquin can't come up with it. It comes down the ice to McCaffrey. McCaffrey feeding. The puck comes free right in front. They jam for it. Where's the puck? It's underneath.
I think it slid right into Matt Lurie.
I think so.
The players, I think Paquin and OFA, slid right into Matt Lurie, and he covered up, forcing the face-off in the Messina end. We're down to 10:52, third period. OFA 3, Messina 1.
I think there's going to be penalties.
All right, penalty. Ooh, let's see.
George Dobbin.
Medina
looks like
going
matching.
off. I'm not...
Now, wait a minute. Yeah. No, it's just Medina, apparently.
Ooh, that's a toughie. I'm not sure what that call was.
So OFA will go on the power play here. Delay of game.
Oh, boy.
The puck
that was quite a pile-up in front of the in the front of the goalie. Normally what happens is the man will lay on the puck, and that they will call that a delay of game, although there were 4 or 5 people on the ice. But anyway, OFA's in a power play.
Okay, off the faceoff. DeRushy's out there, and he controls the puck, takes a whack at it. Alberto can't keep it in at the point, and it slides down the ice. Hansen back for it, and we've got Johnson in there forechecking. Goalie Barr feeds it around the boards. Mickey Edwards steps in front of it, trying to control it, but it's controlled by Alberto. Big Ed Alberto across the Messina blue line. As it poked away, gets it back again. He and Albertine jam for it. Alberto controls it. Here's Alberto moving it back to the point. They move it around. Alberto trying to center it through the slot. Back to the other point. Shot right on. The save. Dump back to the blue line. Kept in by Hansen. Hansen over to Alberto again. Alberto and Johnson jam for it. Alberto gets through. Drops it back to Hansen. His drive deflected in front. And DeRushy dumps it out.
Whoa. Pretty good save there by Matt Larry, Messina.
35 seconds left in the power play. Now OFA, stolen by Paquin. Comes back in the OFA zone. Burke keeps it in, takes a whack at it, dumps it into the glass behind the net. Back there to pick it up is Bill Tolman. Tolman starts out. Headman pass, Paquin steps in front. Center to Burke. Burke shot! Saved by Barr.
Oh, good play.
Back to Paquin, but this time he can't keep it in as it slides back in the Messina zone, but they wave the icing off. I don't know why they wave the icing off. And the puck comes free. McDonald after it. Here's McDonald trying to move it back to the point. Here's a shot. The save made, and the puck goes back to the other point. Another shot. They jam for it, and the penalty is up. We're even. And the puck out to center ice. Here comes Marty Medina, and he can't control it as he gets railed. And the puck back to Barr, and he feeds it back to center ice. And we have a whistle. And I don't know what the whistle is for.
Sure
we got a roughing call on OFA. Okay.
Garvey going off for OFA.
They did call it.
Right.
Now Messina will go on the power play as Garvey gets the roughing call.
I think that was against Medina, wasn't it? As Medina, I think, went down over the blue line. He sort of took Medina down, so now Messina goes on a power play. Good chance for Messina right here.
9:10 left to play here in the third period. Messina trailing 3-1. Good opportunity for Messina to get back in this hockey game. Messina will send Edwards, Craner, and Johnson, Albertine, and DeRushy.
Big power play. They need this one, Jerry.
Yeah, they sure do.
They need this one.
Let's see here. It will be Wade and Campbell out there to kill it, I believe. Hansen will take the face-off. Face-off, OFA zone. Off the draw, puck sits in the circle. Craner can't control it. It's out to center ice. DeRushy feeding ahead for Albertine. Albertine into the zone. Craner feeds it across. Here's Johnson sliding through. Poked away, back to the point. DeRushy shot. Goes to Edwards. He gets a whack at it, and it's wide. Now Wade's going to dump it around the boards. Craner trying to step in front of it. He can't control it. And Ogdensburg dumps it down the ice. Stopped by Larry in behind the net for DeRushy. DeRushy feeding it to Albertine. Albertine moves it up for Craner. Craner trying to move it into the zone. It's dumped right back in the Messina zone by Alberto. Larry stops it. Feeds it for DeRushy. DeRushy in behind the net. Kind of overskated it. Now he starts out. Here comes DeRushy. DeRushy breaking into the Ogdensburg zone. Loses it at the blue line, and back comes Hansen to dump it to the Messina blue line. Johnson picks it up there. Johnson, cross, takes it in the zone, stolen away, and out to center ice, back in again by Johnson. He splits the defense, goes to Edwards. Edwards cruises in, shot right on. The save made, they jam at it. Puck still free. Finally, it's covered up by Barr.
Oh, good chance for Messina there going in. Both Johnson and Edwards going in, taking the shot. The save made by Barr. A lot of pressure right there by Messina, and except for Rob Barr, they could have had a goal very easily right there. Covered up, forcing the face-off. Messina still in the power play. The face-off is in the OFA zone.
Mickey Edwards had a beautiful chance.
Oh, he had a chance. He had them all alone. I tell you, he had time, too, on that.
And he fired it right into Barr's chest.
Well, Barr came out to cut the angle down. I got to credit the Barr on that a little bit.
Off the face-off, puck dumped down the ice by OFA. Back in the Messina zone. Back is DeRushy. In behind the net, he drops it for Albertine. About 15 seconds left in the power play. Long headman pass goes into the OFA zone. Parker trying to chase it down. He gets it into the corner. Goes in behind the net. Picked up there. Back to the blue line, but not out. DeRushy, the big drive. Knocked down in front. Comes right back to him. Another drive as a penalty elapsed right in front. Shot by Tile. Saves the rebound in the net.
It's a goal. He called it a goal. Jeff Tile picked up his own rebound that time. I'll tell you, give all the credit to DeRushy, though. Mike DeRuschi kept that puck in twice, got the shot off. The shot went in. Tayo picked it up. He hit Matt Barr with the puck. However, he stayed right there, got his own rebound. Messina picked up the power play. He said they had to get the power play. Boy, they did, Jerry.
It wasn't really a power play goal, though.
The power play had elapsed by 4 seconds.
But it was a goal, and it's 3-2, and Messina's back in the game. And they didn't wait quite as long as they did in Messina to score that goal. Just about halfway through the period. The goal coming at 7:26 of the third period. Burke's line stays out there. Off the face-off, puck dumped in the Messina zone. Larry stops it, and he leaves it for Paquin. Paquin headmans to Fauché. Fauché breaks it. It comes to Sidden. Sidden down the ice, and he backhands it into the OFA zone. In behind the net, Burke throws a check. The puck comes around in the corner. They jam for it. Medina trying to go back to the point. It's intercepted, and OFA's Ahrens brings it out to center ice. Fauché steals, steps by a check. Here comes Fauché, drop pass, meant for Medina. He didn't see it, and OFA comes back the other way. Into the zone, Montroy trying to get the shot off, and the puck comes free in the corner, and Messina's Medina controls it. Ahead to Fauché. Fauché out to center ice. Medina trying to come up with it. He gets knocked down. The puck comes just inside the blue line, and Paquin picks it up. Goes over to Sidden. Sidden back to Paquin, and Paquin starts back for Messina. Here's Paquin driving into the zone. Garvey takes him into the boards. Puck comes free behind the net. After it there is Sauvé. Sauvé railed. The puck comes to Edwards. Edwards trying to center side of the net. They jam, and the puck controlled by OFA. Big chance. Here comes McDonald, 3-on-2 with Garvey and Frederick. McDonald breaks in, gets a shot off. The save made. Big save by Larry. Paquin controls the rebound. Steps in front of his own net and brings it out. Here comes Paquin. Headman pass. Off the stick, right on Barr, and Barr's going to hold on. And we're down to 6:10 left in the third period. OFA leading 3-2.
Well, now Messina put a little pressure on OFA. I think OFA hearing footsteps, I think, behind them. Maybe OFA afraid to make a mistake here. As they make one mistake, hey, you got a tie ball game. Got a lot of time. 6:10 to go in the third period. It's OFA 3, Messina 2. Messina, it wasn't really a power play goal, but it was as a result of a penalty.
That's right.
It was only 4 seconds after the power play penalty had elapsed.
Johnson's line out there for Messina. And let's see here. We've got the Hansen line out, Mickey Hansen. Off the faceoff, puck in the slot, goes back to the point all the way down the ice. But it's not going to go far enough for icing, and it comes on Leary, and he leaves it for DeRuschi. DeRuschi over to Aubertine. Aubertine feeding it, kept in by Farron. His shot goes in behind the net. Took a funny bounce, almost bounced in front. Now the puck in the corner, Tayo after it. Tayo feeding it for Aubertine. Aubertine feeds it around the boards for Tayo, and Tayo circles. Here's Tayo, ahead to Johnson. Jeff Johnson with a puck, and he kind of misfired on it. Drops it back for Aubertine. Aubertine over to Parker. Parker takes it in on the left side, dropping back to DeRuschi at the point. Back to Parker. Oh, Parker kind of lost it. Now he gets it back again. Alberto steps in front. They jam for the puck there, and finally it's picked up by Pat Wade, and Wade dumps it down the ice. And Aubertine touched it, so icing will be waved off. Now the puck comes in behind the net. Aubertine over to DeRuschi. DeRuschi headman goes back to the OFA blue line. Bouncing around. Johnson throws a check as Messina on the change. The puck comes to an open wing. Fauché picks it up. Across the blue line. Gets a shot. A weak one on. And Barr's going to cover up on the play.
I tell you, Messina should be taking shots every time, because every time the puck comes in the Barr, he covers up, Jerry, and that's where you want. You want the face-off in their own zone. I think anytime they get anywhere near the goal, you got to just let it fly.
4:59 left to play in the third period. 3-2. OFA leading.
Momentum has changed. The momentum is right now Messina's way.
Off the face-off, Burke's line out there. The puck controlled by Ahrens along the boards. Ahrens still has it. Now he moves it back, trying to bring it out to the 45, out to center ice. Fauché back to pick it up. His backhander knocked down, dumped into the Messina zone, jumped over Sidden's stick, goes in behind the net. Sidden over on the other side. Paquin up to Fauché. Fauché, headman to Burke. Burke dumps it in the zone, goes into the corner, goes after it. Burke and Hansen. Back to the point it comes. Paquin. Paquin's drive goes wide. Now over on the other side for Sidden. Sidden dumps it, trying to get it into the middle. Goes to Burke. Burke backhands it in behind the net. Medina going after it. Medina looking to tie it up, and does.
That's what Messina wants to do. Good move by Medina to tie it up, because Stan Moore wanted to get that Craner line out there, which he does right now. Craner, Edwards, and Sauve going out. They're down to 4:15. It's not quite nail-biting time, but it's almost there, Jerry.
Well, that's right. 3-2, OFA leading by a singleton. Alberto will take the face-off. And let's see here. It is that Kevin McDonald line out there for OFA. Craner will face off against Alberto. Off the draw, the face-off. Puck comes to Frederick. Frederick dumps it in behind the net for McDonald, and he starts out. McDonald kind of overskated it. Bounces to Craner in the slot. Quick shot. Save made. Puck in the corner. Sauve after it. Back to the point, and it's out to center ice. Now dumped to King. King takes it across in the zone, and it goes up behind the net off an OFA stick. Bounces back, and Frederick picks it up. Frederick's going to dump it down the ice into the Messina zone, and that'll be an icing call against OFA.
They got OFA running around now, Jerry, and every time OFA gets the puck, all they're doing is icing the puck. That'll bring the face-off back in the OFA zone. 75% of this period has been played in the OFA zone.
Again, Messina's had a good third period.
I'm not sure why they couldn't do that the first two periods, Jerry.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Johnson's line out there now. Johnson will face off against Tolman. Off the draw, puck right in the slot. Alberto falls, and the puck fired just wide by Tayo. Now it's Parker in behind the net. Parker and Alberto. Parker gets by the check. Parker goes over to Tayo on the other side. Tayo trying to center it. Intercepted. Back along the boards. They jam for Garvey with it. Garvey's out playing wing for some reason. Garvey circles it along the boards. Oh, Frederick's line still out there. McDonald's line, rather. McDonald after the puck, but Paquin gets there first. Trying to feed it along the boards. Garvey picks it up. Centering pass. Frederick misfired on it. Comes back to the point. Here's a shot wide. Puck around the boards. Goes to Alberto. Alberto lost one. That's knocked down in front. And the puck comes to Tayo. Dumped back in the OFA zone. Back for it is Tolman. Controlling with a high stick on OFA, I believe.
I believe it's...
Or is it on Messina?
I'm not sure. No,
Must be OFA, yeah.
OFA, because Arnie O'Reilly, referee Arnie O'Reilly, skates back in the OFA zone. They hit the puck with a high stick. Now the Burke line is out for Messina. Face-off in the OFA zone. We're down to 3 minutes even. 3-2 OFA.
Let's see here. Hansen will take the face-off off the draw. Back to the point it goes. Aubertine gets a quick shot off. Knocked down in front. Fauché in the corner. Fauché after it. Steps behind the net. Feeds it to Medina. Back to DeRushy. His shot deflected. Oh, just wide.
Right.
Just wide. Now Fauché.
Good pressure
back to the
Messina.
point. Aubertine. His shot. Through a screen. Right on. The rebound. In the net. Messina's tied up. Mark
Burke gets the goal. She's all tied up. Down to 2:39. It's Messina 3, OFA. I'll tell you, that's the biggest goal of the year for Mark Burke. The shot was taken from the left point. I think Aubertine took the shot. He'll probably get the assist. We got a brand new ball game. I'll tell you, it's taken 2 periods and 2 and 4/5 periods to do it. Messina's tied it up, Jerry.
Finally waking up.
Wow. Mark Burke getting the goal.
Burke waited on that, too.
That's right. Give Mark Burke credit. Aubertine's got to get 1 assist.
Yep. So we're all tied up at 3 goals apiece, and we're down to 2:39 left to play in the third period.
Well, it's the old story. You can't play with the puck in your own end enough. You know, if you keep doing it, they're going to score. That's what happened to OFA. The puck was in their own end. The puck was in their own end. They couldn't get it out. Finally, Messina scores. All tied, 3-3. Wow, what a ball game.
This is very reminiscent of the first OFA game. Very reminiscent.
That's right. I missed that game. But, hey, identical score on the board right now.
Yeah.
The only thing tonight, there's got to be a winner.
Yeah, that's right. There can't be a tie tonight.
We could have OT.
Still a lot of time left.
Oh, still a lot of time. 2:39 left.
Somebody's going to call timeout.
Somebody
I think
takes
OFA.
the timeout. I think OFA takes the timeout. I tell you.
And let's see here. We're down to 2:39 left to play in the third period. Turned out to be quite a hockey game. But Messina took 2 periods to wake up.
Well, they dug themselves a hole, Jerry. Gee, they got behind 2-0, you know, in about the middle of the first period. And, boy, I'll tell you, it's tough to come back, 2-0. But I'll tell you, Messina's done it. All tied up. 3-3. A brand new hockey game.
Okay. Like you said, there has to be a winner here tonight.
There's got to be a winner. If we go to OT, there's no tie here in these playoff games. There's got to be a winner. Trainer line out there for Messina. Soli on the right wing. Mickey Edwards on left wing. Back on defense, you got Greg Paquin and Chris Sidden.
Aaron's line out for OFA. Aaron's out there with Montroy and McCaffrey off the faceoff. Comes right in on Messina goaltender Larry. He leaves it for Sidden. Sidden starts it out. Sidden trying to get it out of the zone. He just barely does. Following up is Mickey Edwards across the blue line. Edwards takes it in behind the net. Now stops right in front, looking to wrap it around, can't get it off. Back to the point, Paquin can't keep it in. Now Paquin involved in a foot race and feeds the puck in behind the net. Now it comes free. They jam for it. Aaron's with it. Aaron's over on the other side. Here's a drive. And the save made by Larry, and he holds on.
Big save there by Matt Larry as Messina started to run around that time. Two OFA defensemen went behind the net. Both Messina defensemen left them and came in front of the net. They got to talk to each other a little bit. You know, somebody's got to say, hey, I'm going to go over the puck. You get in front of the net. That time, Matt Larry coming up with a big save. Face off in the Messina zone. I think this is probably the first or second face off in the Messina zone in the third period, Jerry.
McDonald's line out there. The Johnson line will be out for Messina.
We're down to 2:05.
Face off left side. Off the draw, puck comes in behind the net, Aubertine. Around the boards he goes to Parker, and a puck goes bouncing up, stayed in somehow. Frederick after it. DeRushy picks up the loose puck, loses it. Aubertine scoops it and headmans it to Tayo. And Messina still in their own zone, but Tayo finally lugs it out to center ice. Backhand pass intercepted by Tolman. Comes back to the Messina blue line. Aubertine over to DeRushy. DeRushy back to Aubertine. Aubertine gets it out to center ice. Frederick dumps to an open wing. They got a delay off sides. Parker picking up the puck. Parker, headman pass. Back to the blue line. Back in again. And it's McDonald with it. McDonald moving it along the boards in the corner. And it comes free. Now picked up by Frederick, trying to center back to the point. Here's a shot by Hansen. That goes wide, but not by much. Now the puck back to the point again. Messina's Tayo breaking down. Here comes Tayo, breaking in, centers right in front. Shot saved by the big guy, Barr. Puck in the corner.
That could have been it.
Now Barr with it, or I should say Frederick with it. Feeds to Hansen. It goes up into the boards, and Sidden takes a whack at it. Dumps it back in the OFA zone. Under a minute. Back there is Tolman, feeding it to the blue line. Paquin keeps it in. Back to Paquin again. Takes a whack at it, comes out to center ice. Controlled by Tayo. He just lifts it in the zone. Medina after it. Medina trying to feed it ahead to Burke. Comes back outside, dumped to the Messina blue line. Paquin after it. Feeding it ahead for Fauché. Fauché lifts it. Down the ice it goes. Back into OFA territory. Hansen after it with about 25 seconds left. Around the boards it goes. Medina trying to stop it. Sidden takes a whack at it. Goes wide into the corner. Burke feeding it along the boards. Comes back to the blue line out to center ice. Sidden, 15 seconds left. Beginning to look like overtime. Sidden out to center ice. 10 seconds left in regulation. Alberto trying to feed it out to the blue line. It comes to the red line. Lofts high in the air with 3 seconds left. To the Messina line, and it's going to be an offsides as the buzzer sounds. We've got overtime.
We got OT. I'm not sure if this was in our game plan. I don't really think we figured on overtime, Jerry. Did we? I know I didn't.
I was hoping that wouldn't be in now. Well, once Messina got behind.
Well, once Messina got behind, but I'm saying at the beginning of the game, I really didn't think it would go into overtime. I tell you, got to give Messina a lot of credit. They dug themselves a hole that first period, down 2-0. But to tell you, they came back with 2-0 OFA after one. It was 3-1 after two. I think the big thing when Messina scored right at the end of the power play. We said there had to be a goal at the power play for Messina to get back in. Of course, they did. And Messina picked up that goal. Tayo getting the goal and the assist going to DeRushy. And, of course, the tying goal was to Mark Burke with assists, I think, going to Fauché and to, excuse me, Aubertine. Saves in that period for Matt tied at the end of the game. We got overtime, brand new ball game. Hey, it's anybody's game.
That's right.
I'll tell you, momentum has switched to Messina, though.
Definitely.
I hope it stays that way. Trainer line out there for Messina.
And I believe we're going to see the Aaron's line for OFA. And I would say that probably, I don't know, it's hard to say. you know, overtimes usually, if they're going to be over, they're going to be over quickly.
Yep,
but, you know, this one, Messina's had 2 overtimes this year. They've ended both in ties. So, you know, this one can end in a tie. Somebody's got to score.
Somebody's got to win.
Okay, Aaron's against Craner, and we're underway in OT. And the puck comes into the Messina zone. Albertine picks it up, backhands it, and it comes out and slides into the OFA zone. And I don't believe it's going to go far enough for icing. Nope. Puck around the board. Sauve steps in front of it, back to the point. Puck slides right in. Score! It's over!
Oh!
Dureshi, I can't believe it!
It was just an innocent shot from the point. I'm not sure how that...
I can't believe it.
The shot was just an easy shot. In fact, Dureshi was just throwing it at the net. Somehow, I think Barr misplayed it, Jerry. I think he was expecting a hard shot. Messina wins it 4-3. I said 4-3. I never thought it would end like that. With only, 17 seconds elapsed. Messina will win it 4-3. Dureshi will get the goal.
I can't believe it, Reg. I'm still in shock.
In fact, I didn't think it went in. I thought he'd made the save. I think Barr just misplayed that. It was not a hard shot. It was actually just thrown at the net. I don't think it was a real shot as such. It doesn't make any difference because Messina wins it 4-3. Messina's going to be playing somebody Saturday at Potsdam, probably Canton. Oh, as the guy said, I never would have thunk it, Jerry. I never would have thunk it.
I can't believe it.
Great win for Messina. I'm really pleased to see it for Stan Moore. I tell you, Stan Moore has had a tough year this year with injuries and so on. He lost, of course, supposedly all his big guns last year. It was definitely a rebuilding year. But I'll tell you, the third period just turned it around.
Yeah,
it really did.
Although, you got to say, that's the only easy thing that Messina had in the hockey game was the winning goal.
Oh, yeah,
That's
absolutely.
the only easy thing.
Yeah.
Messina started out slow. They played very poorly in the first period, a little bit better in the second period, very well in the third period. In the overtime, all Dureshi was doing was keeping it in the zone.
That's all he was doing is keeping it in the zone. I tell you, I guess you got to have a little bit of luck going your way, Jerry, and that's what Messina had on that third goal, or on the fourth goal, and it's a winning goal. But you got to give credit to the other guys who scored the goals tonight. Jeff Johnson got a goal for Messina. Jeff Tile got a goal for Messina. And really the big goal came off the stick of Mark Burke, as Mark Burke tied up this game at the with only 2:39 left to go in the game. And, of course, then with only 27 seconds, actually, no, it was 17 seconds elapsed in the overtime. The puck came back to Mike Dureshi at the right point. He just shot it toward the goal somehow, and I'm not sure really how. As the guy said, I think I want to see that replay, Jerry.
Yeah.
Bob Johnson, we want to see that replay. We're not sure how that puck went in.
Well, all Dureshi did was he stopped it from going out of the zone, and he just cleared it in.
Yeah.
And I don't think Barr even saw it. It just kissed the post on the way in. I was afraid to call it a goal because it seemed like it was too easy.
I thought so, too. But the main thing, Messina wins this game by a score of 4-3. Messina will play on Saturday afternoon against either Canton or Potsdam, and it doesn't make any difference. And I'm sure Stan Morris, Messina Red Raiders, Bill Reed, and David Capione, who was also on the bench now, they don't care who they're playing.